It's rare that we'll get like a random guy just hitting us up like, hey, can I help you guys? We haven't come across that yet. But like, yeah, the people, the block, those are guys that help. Josh, those are guys that help, but they're already doing for the community, so it's not weird. And they're already out there. They know how to interact with people.
There's no hidden agenda.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because it's only you two and Fem Fighters, do you have like reoccurring volunteers who actually like to get involved, not just buy some stuff and
Yeah, I have a friend that while she was pregnant, like she wouldn't be able to make an event if she had an appointment, or when she was super far along, we had a pop-up shop. So I have a friend, her name is Lindsay, and she'll come out and she'll help if one of us can't go, because it's really hard for it to be just one person.
Oh, for sure.
So it's Lindsay, and then our other friend Charlene. She also does her part for the community. So last Thanksgiving, she had to work, so we had breakfast. And it was me and Charlene, and she has her own little community outreach thing. She mostly talks to females and like empowerment and stuff like that. But she'll help, and she'll make breakfast, and she'll come out and she'll give out clothes, and she'll do what she needs to do. And her thing is called Hustling Honeys. And so she goes out and she helps us out a lot. Whether she's promoting her stuff at our event, or she's just there to help
us. Yeah.
She'll wear one of our shirts and she'll just come out and help us.
That's cool.
So that's those are two people that really have our backs when one of us can't be there.
Do you ever have like strangers who want to help, and is there a vetting process where it's like, hey, I gotta make sure this person's not a weirdo, or not gonna steal any of our crap?
We haven't had strangers that want to come out and help. We've just had strangers that want to donate.
Yeah. That's pretty
so
much what
it hasn't been anything weird yet. But I do fully expect that once things get bigger, once we're like more known and we get more, I guess, activity behind us and more promotion.
And
that's something we would have to be ready for.
Right. And just like, I know you said it was just something you guys were talking about, but what drove you down this path? Like, what made you, like, is there anything significant that happened in your lives that you saw that you just needed to go out and do something? Because I mean, it's not every day somebody's just like, hey, I want to help someone,
right,
and I'm just gonna start something just because. You like I said, usually it stems from a problem that's hit us, that's affected us directly, and we want to.
I guess for my part, at least, I grew up on C in Somerset, which is a block from Kensington.
Yeah.
And if you drive down there right now, you're like, oh my
Zombie
crap.
land, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're watching a Rocky movie, and the bar on the corner is where I grew up, like, up the block. Mm-hmm. When he came to film, I'd be right there on the corner watching him. And it was completely different, and you would never know that from a Rocky movie. And so watching one of my friends get shot and paralyzed for life right there, accidentally because it was not for him, or watching one of those same guys I grew up with walk around down there because he fell into whatever it was. Mm-hmm. So just like seeing someone was like, wow, like I grew up with that person, and
now
I probably could have helped them before, and now I just see them down here struggling, and what can I do now? So it's really just like the faces are familiar because we grew up down there. And so we may have never talked to them, but we definitely might have saw them walking up the block or going to the corner store or whatever, because that's where we were at. And now they're grown and they're stuck in whatever situation they're stuck in. So I guess that's where it gets personal. And it's like, it could have been you. Yeah. It could have been me. It could have been my best friend.
One wrong choice.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I pretty much think that we just had that conversation, like our personal conversation, like with our personal lives, just like Vee explained. And I pretty much think that's how we just came up with what we wanted to do as far as our hygiene products and making our kits. So I think that's just how it really started.
Like for us, we kind of just got lucky with our parents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like our parents were very strict. Like I think we slept over each other's house one time in our entire lives.
Yeah.
And we were in high school when we met, and we're like, that's my best friend. What do you mean I can't sleep over her house? And so like having those strict parents kind of made it hard for even us to kind of mess up in any way.
Well, you had some structure.
Yeah.
You had some structure
as
in your
opposed
lives.
to some of our friends that
did whatever they want.
Whatever
in the streets.
they would run the streets, and I'm like,
I
your
can't
mom doesn't
even-
care. Like, what? And then those are some of the same people that you see, like.
Well, a lot of times they come
down.
from broken homes, and
Yes,
Exactly.
that's just how it is down there.
And so we're the lucky ones.
Yeah.
That.
And that's
I
what it
guess
is.
made
It's
it
luck.
out.
It's luck because
There's really nothing else to it.
There really isn't. And people think it's just this person made a bad decision and that's their fault and they need to suffer the consequences, when it's like
No,
it's just
literally generational curses. Like from your grandparents to their grandparents to your parents to you and your siblings. Like I was talking to someone and I heard a story, and his story is so sad. Literally all his siblings died because they were in the street. And he was the youngest, and he was trying to go to college. And, of course, they all supported him. Like, they were in the street getting money so he could go to college.
yeah.
But they all passed, and then his father committed suicide. And then his mom got sick, and she passed. And so he was just alone and ended up down the same path.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like,
not many people
he was
who can
trying.
yeah.
He was trying.
Yeah.
He was really trying. And it didn't work out for him, and that was just bad luck. Like, how is it that every single person in your household passes before you can even get to college?
Yeah.
So I really do think it's luck, and
That's exactly what it is. It's just
there's not much you can do to
there's
it.
things that happen, events in your life that happen, and it leads us down certain ways and certain paths. And like you said, it's just one wrong decision before you get down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get on a brighter note. And do you guys have any like happy success stories that, from your time doing this work that you guys do? Anything that you've accomplished where you're just like, yo, we did that shit? Like, any of those aha moments?
I want to say the event that we did with Josh. So I remember Josh and
Leslie.
Leslie. They contacted us about this woman who lives in Jersey. She got hit by a car. It was a hit and run. And I think she had like a lot of broken bones.
Yeah,
It was just,
when we went to see her, she was in a wheelchair.
yeah, she couldn't.
She wasn't
walk.
walking.
Jersey drivers or something else.
Yeah.
They definitely are. But it was just her and her 15-year-old daughter, and her daughter had to stop going to school so she could help her mom. And so that was kind of like
an eye opener. Like
that hit home for us. Like, you don't even have to be you can be well off and just something can just
happen.
Bad luck, literally bad luck. And so we got so many donations for her, and that was like our best.
That was like our biggest event, probably.
And the fact that we got to interact with her, because a lot of time we're out here, but we don't get interaction. We don't get stories. We don't get any of that. We're just like, thank you so much. And
then
they're like, thank you so much. And then here comes the next person. I mean, so really getting to have a conversation with someone that was doing okay, that was a nurse.
Story and how good they were doing. And then
all of a sudden, everything is taken from them.
Her daughter can't go back to school because her daughter has to take care of her now.
So between us, Josh, and Leslie, we filled her house up
with food
and water and hygiene products. They had shampoo that would last them I don't know how long. Razors, pads, everything that her and her daughter would need. And that was really like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that. Like, even with the help that we got from Josh and Leslie, like what we contributed was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, we've really.
Well, it takes a community.
Yeah, we were really able to do that. So that was like a very good moment. And I hope to be able to get more stories from the people we're helping. And the more we get out there, get familiar with some people and really get that feeling again and be able to help someone and them tell us like, wow, you really did.
Just trying to get them to. You guys have any like plans or ways to get people to talk to you, trying to open up, or like you said, your friend who does her own organization, like women empowerment, stuff like that, just to build those relationships so you can actually get a little more personal instead of just, I mean, it's great that you hand out you know what I mean, but it's sometimes people want to talk a little longer than that. You guys ever have any of that happen, or
not
just because
yet.
it's so early?
Not
and
yet.
because of COVID,
we haven't. Yeah, we haven't been able to really have conversations with anyone. I guess the closest we got to that was the coat drive. last year.
Oh, you did co-drive?
We did a co-drive last year.
Again, with Josh and Leslie.
With Josh and Leslie.
No,
they're kind of like our, hey, come on, let's do this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's just a table and hygiene products, and we're out of there. And there, because it was indoors and people were coming and looking for sizes and looking for a jacket they liked, not just picking up something that was there, we got to hear some stuff and like, oh my God, thank you for coming out. Thank you for providing my child with a jacket that I wasn't able to get them, or this is my situation and this is why I'm getting a jacket from you guys. So that
You're good.
that was the closest we got to really being able to interact with the people down there, and them telling us a little bit about what's going on with them.
It's just scratching the surface.
Yeah. I'm like, I know there's way more than what you're telling us in the 10 minutes that you're looking for a jacket, but it was nice to hear them just talk besides just the thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I do feel like once we get out there and people are like, oh, we know them, they come every month, they'll start talking and opening up more to us.
So how many events have you guys done or been a part of?
We did a toy drive. We did the coats. We did the lady from Jersey last week. I want to say 5.
5?
Thanksgiving, and we've done 2 tables.
Yeah, look, I'm wrong. I'm counting.
7.
So like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black Friday, we're doing another one.
And then
we have December 12th with the block.
The end
The
of
end
the
of the
year.
year, What do you have like a calendar schedule? Like, have you ever been sat down and was like, hey, we should do this month, this like future planning?
Nope.
Not yet?
No.
We haven't like sat down and like, all right, let's open the calendar and this is
No,
what
I
we're
get it.
gonna
I
do.
mean, what I love about this is it's such a new thing for
Yeah.
you, and it's such a, like, obviously the block is back, went through everything you guys are going through,
Right.
and I wasn't even a part of them planning it and getting to where they're at now. They have a whole block shop and stuff, but I love hearing the growth, and like, this is obviously our first interview.
This is really the groundwork.
Yeah, but this is
The
great
building
because
blocks.
when you're obviously gonna get there if you continue to do what you guys are doing, and then you come back on here and then we talk about like, yo, remember we didn't have anything?
We just listen back and we're like, oh my God.
You know, but it all starts somewhere.
Yeah.
And
we've talked about like, we should do this month because of this. Like, let's give out platters because it's Thanksgiving, or let's do the toy drive because it's Christmas. So we've talked about those things, but never really like, all right, well, February's this, March is this, April's this.
Right.
We haven't gotten to being able to get enough donations to be able to plan something out like that. So it's kind of like, all right, we got a box full of donations. When can we do an event?
Is that would you consider that one of your hurdles, like just as far as
Definitely
doing events, like one of your biggest hurdles, or if you have any more, like things that
that's definitely the thing that sets us back from doing more events is
the lack of donations.
Why go out there with 10 bags?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna be out there for less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went out with 30 bags,
and they were gone.
and they were
2
gone
seconds.
before Josh even started the haircut.
Wow.
So
So
the block went out with way more than what we had, and that was gone in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and there's obviously a huge need.
So
for
it's
those things.
a lot of people, and we just don't get enough to be able to like, all right, well, every 3 months this is what we're doing, because every 3 months we don't get the same amount of donations. So it's kind of like, for me, like, I'm impatient. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
when are we gonna
this
get
to
this
happen,
so I
yeah,
can
yeah.
really go so we can really go and get out there and do this and actually get the momentum that we want.
It's a little tough because it's only you two too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
So, and then it's planning around
Our
we
work
both work.
schedules.
You have
We
kids.
both
personal
have
lives.
kids. So there's also a lot of planning around that and being able to make the time to go out, but we do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We make it
it's just
happen.
more of a testament to what
Yeah.
you guys do
Mhm.
because
We do it. And so the people that say, oh, I don't have time to help out, like,
You make time.
you make
Trust
Yeah.
me.
You-
You'll
Oh,
find
yeah.
time. We're like, okay, this one
Nobody got
day.
time.
I have this Sunday, this month,
For an hour.
for an
Let's
hour.
go.
Let's go. And that's really like
How we do it.
that's what we got to do, and we get it done.
a lot of people want to do the things you guys are doing. But like you said, they don't have time. Bullshit.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is where you guys start And the fact that you are putting in the work, even though it's just grassroots, down to the ground right now, just you two.
Putting the dirt in.
Yeah, pretty much. You're planting that seed,
Yeah.
and it's just going to grow from here if you continue to, like